parody just about everything. That's no problem whatsoever. I went to a documentary movie this weekend, and they had a Simpsons clip in it. It's like, yeah, that's not the first time. Like when they did one about the Enron scandal. Oh, you mean the Enron ride? Because they parodied and satirized just about everything. The movie I saw was No Safe Spaces, which was about free speech and the First Amendment. And I guess it's also going to be memorable because of what I had to go through to see the movie, where it was like, all right, there are about 2 theaters near me. It's an either or on which one I go to. So I go to Inver Grove Heights. I get there, and something I never expected to happen had happened. Computers were down, they couldn't sell tickets. It's like, oh great, that is so asinine, being so dependent on computers for everything. So I knew the schedule, I wrote it down, and I said, all right, it's also in Edina, it starts about 30 minutes from now. I drove over to Edina and saw it there. I made it in time. I haven't heard yet how my fellow performers think about me seeing it, because there are some comedians in it, like Tim Allen. I know that one of them didn't like Adam Carolla, who's in it, and it's like, I still don't know why, and I don't know how important that is. I've got to do what's right for me. I call myself a stodgy academic. That's how I roll, is seeing documentaries. So it's like, what's the term? Like it or lump it? This is who I am. And then after it, well, that was another time where I had to call in Audible. It's fun to use football terms. I remember when I first saw it, it was in a book about the NFL, and it said, watch your language. It was teaching all these terms, and it's like, well, yeah, I guess Audibles fit things in life besides just a football game, so good, knowing the proper usage. But yes, the other Audible, after the movie, I wanted Godfather's Pizza at the Bobby and Steve's. Didn't have any, so it's like, who else would? Mall of America, good. Except it reminds me of how I guess I can be, what's the word, cranky. Because I'm used to the low-tech directory at Mall of America, but they don't have that anymore. They've got the touch screen. It's like, okay, type in the word pizza, confirm where Villa Pizza is. It's like, good, go to the lower level, gone. I guess it also reminded me when I had a rental car when I went out of state for my uncle's funeral recently, and then I kept getting messages from the car because things are, everything's computerized. And after driving for about an hour both times, it said, consider taking a break, and an image of a cup of coffee. Yeah, that doesn't land with me. I don't drink coffee much. It's like, well, I'm going to take a break when I feel like it, not when the car tells me to. Yeah, weird what I have to deal with in life. So, yes, there was that. I also called my dad this week and I said, if I'm not going back to Iowa for Thanksgiving, I should check in with him. And I was telling him about acting at a haunted house this year, and to him it was a big deal that I played a ballerina. It's like, well, that's the role they gave me, so have fun with it. I told him about another year where I played a clown, and clowns aren't that popular anymore. So it's like, yeah, they're not paying me, but I get a free meal and I get stage time. What's not to like? Sometimes there are a lot of good perks involved. So there was that. Oh, karaoke stories. Always have plenty of those. 3 different places I went to this week, and they were all weird stories I dealt with. There was a server that called my name at number 1, and then I found out after she was talking to the bouncer that she works there, but it's like, why are you coming in on your day off to the workplace? I don't get it. And then when I leave, she acted loopy with me, where she did this dance with her ball cap and doing a Michael Jackson hee-hee, and then put the hat on my head and then said that she had lice. It's like, am I supposed to laugh? Because I wasn't. Yeah, not everything is meant to be a joke, is my attitude. All right, karaoke number 2. I did a Taylor Swift song, and the karaoke jockey said that he wasn't expecting that. And it's like, well, it's what fit my mood that night. The song was Bad Blood, and I had witnessed a fight this week, and I said, well, if I'm going to do karaoke, I have to do that song along with the Beatles, We Can Work It Out. Those are the two fight songs that I am familiar with. It's like, there's a song about everything, so I've got to go with what fits. And I remember at sporting events that the organist would play it. It's like, yeah, that fits. I'm amazed at how well they know what songs to play. Baseball, a manager arguing with the umpire. They play the Beatles song. I see a hockey game, they have a hockey fight, they play Bad Blood. And it's like, wow. Yeah, there was that. Number 3. We were warned that there was going to be somebody with no teeth sing, and it's like, well, all right, that wasn't that big of a deal to me. It just looks different. I think they were singing about the same. But you know what was a big deal to me? Somebody in the crowd wearing a cowbell. It's like, what? I wasn't expecting that at all. What does that add to the experience when you're not even the one singing karaoke? I just don't get it. So I guess that'll do it for me. Thank you. You've been great.